Doc. You look good. He looks good.
It may just be a virus, but
Virus. Virus.
He looks good.
it may just be a virus, but
I don't look like I care about yeast cream or tingling feelings. I mean, he's not in jail or on drugs or keeping body parts in his basement.
Basement. Basement.
I mean, he's not in jail or on drugs or keeping body parts in his basement.
It's weird, right? I mean, he's Derek's vet, he's Doc's vet, he's my vet, he's McVet. It's weird to date him, right?
Weird. Weird.
It's weird to date him, right?
We're just waiting on your labs. How you feeling?
I'm feeling large. Large and cow-like. Cow?
Cow. Cow.
Large and cow-like. Cow? 3 C-sections, 2 hospital stays for exhaustion, and 1 for dehydration. Because I was so busy chasing my kids around,
Chase. Chase.
Because I was so busy chasing my kids around,
Dr. Karev, I may be a board-certified OBGYN, but I also have fellowships in maternal fetal medicine and medical genetics
Genetic. Genetic.
and medical genetics, and unless I give you permission to open it. Understood? Understood.
Oh, are you giving me permission now?
Permission. Permission.
Understood.
Oh, are you giving me permission now?
Brain mapping. It's where you locate the area of the brain where the seizures originate and surgically remove it with minimal damage to the surrounding tissue.
Minimal. Minimal.
With minimal damage to the surrounding tissue. I'm just curious, George. I'm curious, George.
Curious. Curious.
Just curious, George. I'm curious, George. So guess what?
Quietly. Quietly.
Too good a man to lie. I'll read your mind. His timing is off. His rhythm is off.
Rhythm. Rhythm.
His timing is off. His rhythm is off. Just that screechy little chirp. That was it. I was hooked.
Hook. Hook.
That was it. I was hooked. I also know you're the best, which makes you my best shot of survival.
Survival. Survival.
Which makes you my best shot of survival.
No, it's...
We can put it off. No harm in waiting a few weeks if...
Harm. Harm.
No harm in waiting a few weeks if...
Having the TV this close makes the flickering and flashing bigger and more intense, which can cause seizures.
Normally I don't have time to watch TV, but...
Normally. Normally.
Normally I don't have time to watch TV, but...
Now you're lying to my face.
You're being paranoid.
Oh, I'm not seizing.
Seize. Seize.
Oh, I'm not seizing. The pill.
I can't hide the pill. You would find out.
Pill. Pill.
Pill.
I can't hide the pill. You would find out.
Brooke doesn't think so. He's his new best friend. I wonder if Brooke knows where he lives. How's Danny doing? Bailey's not caving in on the L bad thing, is she?
Cave. Cave.
How's Danny doing? Bailey's not caving in on the L bad thing, is she?
She is our patient. Our obligation is to her and her only.
Obligation. Obligation.
Our obligation is to her and her only.
I'm not drinking another shot of espresso. I can't. I can't.
You can. You're the best divorce attorney in Seattle.
Divorce. Divorce.
I can't.
You can. You're the best divorce attorney in Seattle.
The best. Okay, good. So, caffeine's for seizures. What's the donuts for? They are to absorb some of the coffee.
Absorb. Absorb.
They are to absorb some of the coffee.
Okay, good. So, caffeine's for seizures. What's the donuts for?
They are to absorb some of the coffee so it doesn't burn a hole through your stomach.
Stomach. Stomach.
So it doesn't burn a hole through your stomach.
It's not nice. It's brilliant.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
It's not nice. It's brilliant. Nurse says it's a blessing. It's God's will. Maybe it is.
Maybe it is. A blessing, I mean.
Bless. Bless.
Maybe it is. A blessing, I mean.
Because you disapprove.
No. This comes from nothing resembling a high horse.
Resemble. Resemble.
This comes from nothing resembling a high horse. You know, this thing with you and Izzy, there are strict rules about doctors taking patients.
Strict. Strict.
There are strict rules about doctors taking patients.
Life is too damn short to be following these rules.
May I ask what motive you had for undermining my authority?
Undermine. Undermine.
May I ask what motive you had for undermining my authority?
Just came back from maternity leave, and I'm not convinced you're back on your game. This is not a punishment or a reflection on how highly I value you.
Punishment. Punishment.
This is not a punishment or a reflection on how highly I value you. This is not a punishment or a reflection on how highly I value you. It's just the way it is.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Chief, but that man over there is asking to talk to you.
Interrupt. Interrupt.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Chief, but that man over there is asking to talk to you.
We're closed.
Bell. Bell.
We're closed.
She's getting anxious. You can wait back here.
Anxious. Anxious.
She's getting anxious. You can wait back here. When you describe them, they're not terribly appealing.
Yes, there are risks, but you have to weigh those risks with.
Way. Way.
But you have to weigh those risks with.
I didn't know he was going to do this. Rose, I need you to tell him that you asked me to tie your tubes.
Tube. Tube.
I need you to tell him that you asked me to tie your tubes.
Dr. Shepard, I'm so sorry because I am so grateful to you.
Grateful. Grateful.
I'm so sorry because I am so grateful to you.
Meredith,
What?
choose door number 1.
A wise man once said,
Wise. Wise.
A wise man once said, You did such a good job today that I'm going to talk to Dr. Bailey and have you assigned to my service.
Assign. Assign.
I'm going to talk to Dr. Bailey and have you assigned to my service.
I wasn't like you. I wasn't the most talented student in school.
Talented. Talented.
I wasn't the most talented student in school.
And letting someone in means abandoning the walls you've spent a lifetime building.
Lifetime. Lifetime.
Means abandoning the walls you've spent a lifetime building. I went out of my way to give a patient exactly what she wants, only to have it explode in my face.
Explode. Explode.
Only to have it explode in my face. When that happens, when the battle chooses us and not the other way around, that's when the sacrifice can.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
That's when the sacrifice can